a group of kids from our congregation were going to go to a pool, and it had 2 diving boards. This is all very exciting when you're young. Like, we didn't do a whole lot of outings, and we didn't do a ton of stuff like that all together with the kids in our congregation. And I had this massive crush on a boy in my congregation. I was going to marry him. I named my teddy bear after him. Like an obsession. I would just listen to all the songs, and I'd write his name over, like, on the covers of every book, like over and over. I'd put his last name with my name. Oh, he was my future husband. And I knew that he kind of liked somebody else, but it didn't really matter because I knew I was going to eventually snag him. This never happened. But so we're going to the pool. And with that in mind, I'm picking out this swimsuit that, you know, I'm like, oh, this is the cutest. Like, this is really going to impress everybody there. I remember it had stripes on it. And I don't know if you remember, but when they had those little clickable belts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, girl, I felt like I was looking good. Like, this was the moment I was like, I look good. Like, yeah, I could tell that I had some extra weight on me, but I just felt really good. And we go to the pool, and I remember, because I had such a performer archetype, that the diving boards, I was just having the time of my life. And I was like, I'm going to dive off this one. I'm going to do this cannonball. Like, I'm going to do the splits, whatever, the things you're thinking when you're little. So I was just very consumed. I was in the moment where you just feel good. You're having fun. And so I walked out onto the diving board one of the times, and they were kind of all, you know, we were all watching each other go off the diving board, and my future husband was down there, but it was also with a bunch of my friends. It was everyone who I'd grown up with and only who I was allowed to hang out with. So, like, my core people were all right there sitting front row. And all of a sudden I started hearing this chanting, and it was almost like surreal. I was like, wait, are they saying what I think I'm hearing? And all of a sudden I realized they were all starting to chant whale. And so they were doing this over and over, and I had nowhere to go. Like, it was this realization where it's just like those tears come in your eyes, and it was just, I just jumped in. Like, I literally was like, just get in the water and hide. And I let out just like that burst of tears underneath the water, because it wasn't just the word. It was like everyone who I thought loved me now is calling me something so hurtful. And it felt like everything was fake. It felt like up until that point in my life, like everything was fake, and I no longer even knew where to go. And so when I was underneath the water, I remember thinking, like, for a split second, you're a kid, you're dramatic. I was like, I'm not going to come up. I'm just going to let all the air out, and I'm whatever. And then it flipped, and I had this spark that was like, this will never happen again, and I'm going to show them.